Hey everyone, let's get started right away. So looking at Clover Health, for the day, we can actually see that this stock opened up at $8.21, and immediately we saw the intraday high of $8.24, but that did not last too long. We actually saw the stock almost immediately go down to the intraday low of $8.01. It did not go under the $8 range. When it does, though, that is a great opportunity for me to buy in. Maybe the same sentiment for you as well, but for me, anything under $8 is my time to buy some more shares there as well and get in on this beautiful play that we're going to see, hopefully, right? And so as the day progressed, the stock moved up in price, staying a little bit around, very much closer to that volume weighted average price for the day. And it pretty much kind of leveled off in between, the $8.06 range and $8 and about, I would say actually about 20 cents would be kind of like the range that stayed throughout the rest of the day. At the end of the day, we did end off at $8.05 for a decrease of 12 cents for 1.47% drop. Okay. So, overall, not too much movement for the day. Just a little bit of a buy opportunity at the beginning, but not too bad for the day. When we look at the order flow, again, a 0 day. There's not a lot of large scale orders for the day for this stock. So you look at that, you're like, okay, everyone that's bought in probably has bought in, right? We've seen a ton of consolidation around the $8 price range for a very long time now. And so the question is, when is this stock going to jump? And, people say, maybe it's this week. Maybe it is by Friday, because when you look at the stock unusual options activity, you can actually see that there is 17.2 million bullish compared to 6.05 million bearish for this Friday, the 20th of August, okay? And so that's something that we've been anticipating for many, many weeks, but with things in life, you just don't know. You just don't know until it happens, right? So will the stock greatly change on Thursday? Will it greatly change on Friday as well? We will have to see. Will we see that the stock options will go all the way up? Because right now, when you look at the maximum pain for this stock, the most that you have per option calls is $43, and that's a lot, okay? And so it's much more compared to the last, let's say, run up to $28.85. But when you look at the maximum pain, it's $9, right? And right now we're at $8 range, $8.05, right? And so you're kind of looking at it like, can we increase by $1 by Friday? Get over that. Can we see a run up? Can we see a gamma squeeze before Friday or something like that? I don't know. Thursday is definitely going to be a day that would definitely give indication on whether or not that would happen, I would say. Okay. And anything goes. We've seen this stock go up to I think 2 weeks, $10, just randomly up one day and then back down, right? And so that was an interesting play there. But can we see something even similar for today, for Thursday, for Friday, coming for this week? So we'll have to see, but that is the maximum pain for the week. Some great news though, that came up, today. We had Google's Healthcare 360 panelist discussion, and actually the CTO and President Andrew Toy was there with Neil Stein, SVP of Technology, Brett Trelfa, SVP and CIO, and as well as Dr. Esteban Lopez. So definitely, great people out there, and I'm really happy to see Andrew Toy speaking at this panelist discussion at Google, because they talked about, how Google can help them out, incorporating apps like Waze to help people, plan out appointments and make sure people get appointments on time. Maybe think about Google Map data and seeing, how could that Google Map data be more readily available for companies like Clover Health in order to help out with appointments and stuff like that as well. And, just information like that. So it was a pretty good watch. I watched a little bit of it. And it was also one thing that I did notice early on is that they did bounce ideas off of each other as well, which is kind of a little bit of collaboration there and just great discussion overall. And so when I see something like this, overall, again, just bullish news, just to add to the little bit of the pot there on, Clover Health, right? Just getting out there, getting their name out there, and then making collaborations happen. So that's great to see. When we look at the DarkPool data, though, let's go to the DarkPool data. We can actually see that the volume for the day was 5.394 million. Okay, that's 46.8% of the day's volume. So again, a lot of play in the DarkPool, a lot of buying and selling in the DarkPool happening on this stock, a lot of movement when you look at that, and it's just like, okay, where is this going to lead this stock, right? Is that going to be a big factor for the movement coming up? Where are we going to see this play? And, because we've seen that, hey, if there's more movement in the DarkPool, there's more institutions, more pension funds getting in, making trades, exchanging the amount of shares that they have, and seeing, can that be an indicator potentially for the potential for the stock? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Next, we're going to go into Ortex. We're going to go into Ortex to see the short interest percentage of the free float. And if you like this video so far, please smash that like button for me. It really does help. Also, subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications on my upcoming videos. In Ortex, we can actually see that there was a decrease in the short interest percentage by 1.45%. Right now, it's at 16.09. You're probably like, oh my gosh, Sean, that's so much lower than the previous days. I remember it was 25% and stuff. Yes, okay. Yes, it is, right? But the thing is, when you look at the graph, we see the exact same thing. So it's not like there's a correction or anything. We actually see that 16.32 right there. We see 12. So that earlier, that 21 to 22 to 23% range that I was talking about is now equivalent to 11 to 12 to 13% range right now. And what is happening with that? What is happening with that is basically there was potentially a conversion from Class B to Class A shares, and that increased the amount of shares overall, which changes the percentages around a little bit. When you look at this and the historical data as well. So at the end of the day, yeah, that is a little bit of a change there. So we'll have to see how that pans out over the couple next days, and also to see, what is the conversion of the Class B to Class A shares going to mean for this going forward. So we'll have to see more information on that to come. When we look at the cost to borrow average percentage, we have 2.06%. The cost to borrow max is 8.29%. Again, very big gap, almost 6%, a little bit more than 6% right now. When we look at the days to cover, 0.95 days, and the utilization rate is at 96.74%. So that, again, is really, really high. 7 days ago, it was 91.90, still in that 90% range. So that's good to see. And of course, the days to cover, when I was talking about that, it's getting very close to 1 full day. So that is great to see as well. Next, we're going to go into Ape Wisdoms to see the trending stocks on Reddit in the last 24 hours. As we can see, Clover Health moved down just one spot. Clover Health still at number 5. Right there, we got Palantir, Alibaba, Robinhood, S&P 500, of course, above, AMC, Nvidia, GameStop, Tesla below. And so still high in those rankings, still a very talked about stock there is Clover Health. And when you go into it, we can actually see, of course, the nearby keywords: buy, AMC need, GME offended, probably, wish, up, BB still more like dawn, buy. Buying. Okay, so when we look at those keywords, a lot of the other stocks are kind of intertwined. So you kind of wonder, are people trying to make comparisons between Clover Health and other stocks out there? So it's kind of interesting to see that as well. Next, we're going to go into the Clover subreddit. Right now, we have 42,000 members. We have great memes, great diligences, great discussions as well. And we got this one right here. Hi, my name is Jason. Nice to meet you. Jason tries to put his name in his head and say, Jarvis, want to hear about Clover Health, DarkPools, and negative shorts. That's what I want to hear. I want to be talking about this stock all the time. Talk to your friends, talk to your everyone that you know about it, because at the end of the day, it is a pretty good opportunity. But at the same time, you want to make sure you do your due diligence on it. You don't want to be going in blind and just blindly trusting other people. You don't want your friends to blindly trust you from that standpoint. You want to be able to read into it, look into it, see if this is the right one for you. Because for me, when I saw all the due diligence, when I saw all the information on the stock, when I've seen the movements in the past, when I looked at the board, when I looked at the growth potential, when I looked at the market share that they're taking out and all that information, To me, I was like, this is the stock that I want to put more and more money into because I think that the company has huge potential for growth. So we will see. We will definitely see with that. But, at the end of the day, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, again, please hit that like button. And as always, hope you have a great trading day tomorrow, you lucky people. Take care. Bye-bye.